Branching Bola branches off into two as you hit. Here, Rising Jaguar, what it does is it rushes in, and then he jumps around, casting little arrows on everybody. Little poison darts right here. Fires 10 darts in a cone, and it can hit any one target up to 3 times. Rising Jaguar does 50% more damage if the target is poisoned right here. So Darkest of Nights, get it? Alright, and we will hit Manticore from halfway across the map. Bye-bye, Manticore. Hello ninjas and ninjas, it's Peabutnutterninja, and we are playing with Xbalanque, the hidden Jaguar son. That's right, the hidden sun Jaguar god is what I wanted to say. But what we will do is we'll start off with a point in branching bola. What the computer likes to do with auto skills, it levels branching bola, then poison darts, then Darkest of Nights, then Rising Jaguar. It goes through this crazy skill level progression, which I don't support at all. And as you can see, there is a new third tab here, stats tab, and I don't know how long this is going to be implemented in the game, but hopefully not too long, as it is pretty poor. And what I can do is I can start off with a Heart Seeker, and the active abilities are very cheap. They're only $250, but they are pretty much useless as they lost all their passives, so I don't really like that. But I will go with my normal build that I do with my Heart Seeker, but there is actually a crazy item here that is amazing, the Bracelet of Replenishment, and I actually go with that in the normal match, so I should actually probably showcase that instead of this Heart Seeker. This is my ymir build, and if you can build your Xbalanque like ymir, you're going to do fantastic, because he plays just like, or very similarly to ymir in terms of at least 80 damage and 80 range. And you can see here that the first skill I do get is Branching Bola, and what this does is Branching Bola branches off into 2 as you hit, but it's kind of bad because it causes the minions to target you if you are in the game. And oh my god, look, I'm doing this pretty decent damage to Manticore, but look at how much mana I use. So Xbalanque is very mana hungry, and from what I've seen. And so the second skill I do get is this thing called Rising Jaguar, as you see here. Rising Jaguar, what it does is it rushes in, and then he jumps around, casting little arrows on everybody, little poison darts on everybody. And so when that's the case, you just want to be a little careful. Oh no, we can actually kill this Manticore. Come on, Manticore. Oh, if I had my ulti, I could have hit him with my auto attack, but I did not. And so with the Branching Bola, I can cancel it at any time I start it, and look, it's using mana per shot, as you can see down there, and I cancel it with my right click, and it stops using the mana. Very useful. So the third skill I do get is Poison Darts. Poison Darts right here. Fires 10 darts in a cone, and it can hit any one target up to 3 times if you get a really good angle on the target. And what you really want to do is you want to combo that Poison Darts into your Rising Jaguar, as Rising Jaguar does 50% more damage if the target is poisoned right here. So any enemies that were poisoned by Xbalanque, Xbalanque, rather, excuse me, takes 50% more damage. So you really want to use that Poison Darts, get them poisoned for 3 seconds, and then use your Rising Jaguar for up to 2 or extra 50% damage. And let me get this Bracelet of Replenishment. And why do I get this item? I'm just going to use some of my mana here really quickly, and so I only have level 2 bracers, which only cost me about 900 doubloons. And look at my mana regen, 2 per second, and again your HP regen is off the charts, especially once you reach this 3rd rank right here. 32 HP regen, and what is it, 19 MP5 regen, and not to mention focus, which really helps with the slows. Xbalanque really only has a slow and escape. This is escape, and I will show you this combo. So this Poison Dart combo into Rising Jaguar does massive damage to everybody, and you can see that was pretty good. So what I do for my level, rather than going with Branching Bola first, I feel like it's really underwhelming. I'd rather just buy an item and get the extra 50% attack power. It is also super mana hungry, so I only really use it when I need to push a lane. So the item that, or the skill that I do get is this Rising Jaguar. Watch here, I poison Manticore, and I'm gonna, oh, I almost get the kill. Let's use our ulti right here. What is it, Darkest of Nights, and, well, oh, can we get it? Alright, and we will hit Manticore from halfway across the map. Bye-bye, Manticore, and I'm targeted by a tower, so I'm gonna go down there. But you saw that, it goes so far, and basically what this does is it covers the enemy in a dark shroud, so they're actually blinded while they're inside this Darkest of Night. And then after that, if they're moving at the end of the 3 seconds that Xbalanque gets a movement speed and a 40% or 40 foot increase in attack range. So this is movement speed and attack range on Xbalanque. So if the enemy is moving as the Darkest Night ends, then Xbalanque gets up to a 3-second stun with focus. And again, focus is a huge part of Smite. I do like focus. I don't like the stats idea. It is pretty crazy. So I continue to level up my Rising Jaguar indeed. And so this allows me to do about 300 and up to 500 damage at level 5. So it is an early 500 damage. It's pretty substantial. And you can usually finish the job if you don't kill them with the poison darts and you don't kill them with the Rising Jaguar. Then you can usually finish the job with just your basic attacks. Look at Xbalanque doing 74 damage. And I forgot to show you the passive, the Dead of Night. So what this does is if you kill an enemy god while Darkest Nights is active, the ulti, then you gain physical power by 5 permanently, maxing out at additional 30 physical power. And guys, that is a lot of physical power. What we can do is we can hit Manticore with 3 poison darts, and we can use that right there, and we finish him with our shot with our regular auto attack. And so you can see exactly that Xbalanque does have quite a bit of mobility, but the bad thing about Xbalanque is that his most damaging skill is also his escape. And so if you are going all in, balls deep with Xbalanque, then you might probably end up dying if you're definitely overextended. So you really want to pick out when you're using this thing, because watch, he can jump in, he can dash in and jump back out, but that jump back out doesn't really give you too much of its speed boost. In fact, it goes pretty normal speed, and if there's an enemy minion in the way, it's gonna block your path and you won't be able to jump over anything. So it's more like a dash. He does jump up in the air, but like I said, you can't really block anything. So the second skill I do get is the poison darts. And so let's look at this poison darts, exactly how much damage it does. It does 50 damage plus, I believe this is 15% physical damage, and then this does and if you get hit with additional darts, you only get a 30% damage boost. And as with the 3-second poison, so you get 6 times the poison damage, which is 15 here, so that's 90 damage plus, I think that's about 8% or 10% of your physical, I'm not quite sure. And then it also slows the enemy up to a max of 40, so if you build that focus early on, as you do get with this Bracelet of Replenishment, then you do get a lot of slow. So look at this, 10.5% slow to begin with. And so Rising Jaguar does not reduce its cooldown as you level, but the poison darts do. So very, very interesting to keep. The branching bola, again, its cooldown is like only 5 seconds. I could cancel it and restart it almost instantly if I so choose. And hey, Manticore hitting me with his special abilities. And so let's see if we can do a lot of damage to this Manticore. You see, I actually missed Manticore because the minions in front were actually blocking, but I can use my Rising Jaguar to do a 200 damage hit to him, not bad. And then I think he is going to get away, and when he starts to recall, I'm going to use my Darkest Nights. Here we go. We're going to use our Darkest Night. I do have that movement speed, and oh, he recalls! Oh no! And so he actually gets away just fine, and I don't want to lose my stacks just yet. And so I just want to talk a little bit about the stat system as well. You don't really need to get stats until you finish your items. So items are infinitely more, not infinitely more powerful, but they are definitely much more stronger than getting the individual stats. So let's see this word tab. If you were to get 21% speed plus 30 physical power plus 6% attack speed, 6% crit chance. So let's see. That would be 3 of these. So that would be 1200 already for physical power, plus attack speed, another 400, so 1600, plus crit chance, so 1800, plus I think it's 3 of these guys, plus 600. So rather than getting the boots for 2150, I believe that's what it is, right guys? Oh, he's not, his recommended items don't even include those boots anymore. Let's see, so 2150 for those boots. Rather than getting that, you can get all the same stats for about 2600, so you're losing about 500 gold. So it definitely is worthwhile to invest in those. And you can see that the branching bolas, even at level 1, it doesn't do too much. The branch bolas only do 30% more damage, so it's actually not that substantial. I'm trying to hit him with more than 1 dart here. I'm going to use my thing right there, and can I kill the Manticore? And I'm actually taking a lot of damage, but I'm going to get a Darkest Night here, and oh, I managed to get away. Wow, okay, that was really lucky on my part. And usually I won't get away with that. So you can see I have a ton of HP 5 regen on that item. And so usually I don't start with Heartseeker unless it is either in Conquest mode, and even in Conquest mode now, I prefer the Bracelet of Replenishment just because it's so strong. It's such a strong item, especially if you're laning. All you have to do is you have to hug your tower for maybe 5-10 seconds and you're back to max health. And so that's an exaggeration, guys. That is what you call a hyperbole. In fact, you have to hug your tower a little bit longer than that, but still, it is quite substantial. And you can see I'm doing a lot of damage with my Branching Bola. So if you do start with Branching Bola instead, you decide to go with a different build, then he does go really mana hungry on, and you really need something with a lot of MP5, or you have to purchase MPI5 right off the bat. And usually I like this Bracelet of Replenishment personally myself. And Manticore's just chilling here. We're going to use Rising Jaguar, get the snipe on him. And so again, like I said, Rising Jaguar is your strongest skill, but at the same time, it's also your only escape. So if you use your Rising Jaguar to maybe like instigate on an enemy, then you have nothing to back out with, then guys, that is GG. And oh, I've been targeted by a Phoenix. And so you can see exactly how high my HP regen is, 10 per second, almost, even more than 10 per second, especially as I level. And so if I wait 10 seconds, then I get 100 health back, and that is quite substantial. That's almost like I have a permanent health pot running on me at all times. So unless they're able to burst down about 1200 HP relatively quickly, then I'm going to be fine just hanging out in lane. And oh, this Phoenix is actually targeting me because these Branching Bolas actually hit the Manticore in the back. So Xbalanque, do I think he's strong? Do I like him? I think his #1 can get a buff, like a range buff or something, because it is not that great as it stands right now. His poison darts, I like the concept that you have to chain 2 of his skills together. Very, very interesting. I support that. His Rising Jaguar is a very cool skill. I do like it, and we do get a tower kill here. And let us see if I can Rising Jaguar all these minions. And you see, you can Rising Jaguar all the minions if you so choose. It does a lot of damage. Right now it's doing 320 damage, even more if I poison damage. And it hits everybody inside the circle radius, as you see here. I'm going to pop up the circle radius again, just so you can see. So as he moves, the circle radius moves with him. And so you can see everyone in that circle radius getting hit. The poison dart's not so good at hitting everyone in the radius, and because especially we can actually get movement speed and we can snipe him there. So look how long that range is with the Darkest Night, and I did get my 3rd stack at Dead of the Night. So 15 permanent physical power, that is quite a lot if you ask me. And so I did change my Anhir build a little bit. I don't get Executioner anymore because it's super nerfed. The max penetration that you get off Executioner is 21% plus 15, so 15 total plus 21%. I don't know if I like that. There are plenty of other items like this Rage item here, which is what I replaced Executioner and Shin's Blade. Shin's Blade now is physical damage only, so it does 2.5% of the target's maximum health, and this only affects God. So if the God has, let's say, 1000 health, you're going to be doing 25 damage. That's right, 25 additional damage. If he has 2,000, that's 50 damage. That's almost negligible. That's ridiculously low. I mean, unless the enemy has like 5,000 HP, which you can now have with the stat system. Let's say they have 5,000 HP, then you're going to be doing 100 extra damage with that. And oh my god, look at how much damage I'm doing to Manticore. I'm using my Rising Jaguar to hit him and to run out. Do you see that, guys? So my attack initiator is also my escape, and that's a huge problem in escaping with Xbalanque. So if you are caught a little bit out of lane, you are most likely going to die. We can turn on our Branching Bola here because we have so much mana to spend. And right now I have so much attack power. Look at this, 194. Pretty ridiculous amount, and I haven't even really built any of my super attack power items yet. Just my Heartseeker, which is pretty substantial. It gives you 75 physical power. And there we go, we take down the Minotaur. Do I like Xbalanque? Do I think he's strong? Do I think he's overpowered? I don't think he's overpowered at all. In fact, I think his #1 and #2 can get a buff. I think #1 should be doing additional 50% damage on targets behind him, as well as the poison darts. It only does 30% extra damage. Again, I think that should do 50% extra damage behind him. He can chase down like the best, especially with his Darkest Night. You can't really see where the enemy's going, and you can kind of use that to maybe gank, but you should really use that to chase down the enemy, as it really benefits his passive. So usually it's a chase tool, but if you're in a lot of trouble, you can use that ulti to escape as well. And so you really have to balance out when and what you're going to do with it. So hopefully I'll be able to show you some Xbalanque gameplay, but just so you know, in Conquest, every match that I've played about 3 or 4 matches right now with just random gods, Xbalanque has been banned just because I think they're trolling. If I definitely pass my ban turn because I just let whoever wants to play. Actually, I ban Hell most of the time these days. Hell is so strong. I still have to do the Conquest match with her, and especially with these new focus changes, she is super strong, guys. You have no idea. But Xbalanque is always one of the 2 guys to get banned. And as such, it is sad, it is very hard getting to choose him. But as always, if you want to see more Xbalanque gameplay, and of course I'm going to do some PvP, probably Arena and Domination, definitely comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and your impressions on Xbalanque, or otherwise on the whole stat system, on the whole new items, and on whatever else, the balance issues between different gods. As right now, defense is really strong. And you definitely have to get a Titan's Bane in every physical character's build. And Titan's Bane has been nerfed as well. So you guys have to really manage your items and manage your stat skills. You have to buy a lot of that penetration stat as well. So as always, guys, peace, love, and ninja. Happy holidays. I hope you guys have warm, safe, and fun Christmases or Hanukkahs or Kwanzas, whatever you guys celebrate. And as always, peace, love, and ninja. Peabutnutterninja signing up. Bye-bye, guys.